Today we're going to talk about blocks in Cloudmanic CMS. While there will be some technical aspects of this presentation, it's mostly about using the CMS with blocks. So if you're a user of the CMS, this screencast should be very good for you. If you're non-technical, just ignore the technical parts of this screencast. So a block is a piece of information, a piece of content with a key value attached to it. So you can later take this key value and use it in your website and display the content you set. Probably best I just demonstrate the idea via an example. So let's go ahead and add a block. We're going to add, and you can name your blocks anything you want, and typically a good developer will have some sort of naming convention which makes blocks a little easier to find and manage. So let's go ahead and create a block called home title. And you might be able to guess what this is. So let's just call this my first title. So what we've done is we've created a block named home title and given it the content my first title. So we'll hit save and we come back here and we can see that the block is here and we could search for it. Notice if we put in a search result that's not there. So you can use the search feature. You also delete it, and if you're a user of a CMS and you delete a block, make sure you really know what you're doing or you've spoken with your developers so you know what's going on. And you can always come back and edit this block at any time. So this is useful for a user to be able to come in here and change content on the fly and have it update on the website. So let's see this in action. So let's, over here I have a demo site, very basic, just got a couple things going on for this site, and I want to make the content of this site CMS driven. So let's jump over to the code. This will be the technical section here. So this hello world is something that I want to make be CMS driven. So what I do is I just put this little fancy PHP code in here, and I give it the name of the block that I created. And I already forgot, so we'll just copy and paste it from here, and I put it here. And now I'm going to save the file, and we're going to reload the web page, and you'll see it says my first title. And now if I wanted to change this to something else, so it's your first title, and I come over here and refresh the page, and boom, it goes. Let's make this content now part of the CMS. So we'll come over here, we'll pull this content out of the HTML, and we will add a block here, and we'll call it home P. And so we'll create a new block, and we'll call it home.p, and we'll put that content in there. We'll hit save, and oh, let's go back and make it something different. And we'll come over here, and you'll see that it's changed to something different. So once again, there's a relationship between a piece of content, a key that references that content, and how you program your website to allow it to be CMS driven. Let's go with one final example, and we have this list of stuff here, right? Let's, typically you might not do a list within blocks. There's other features within CMS that we'll demonstrate in other presentations, but we could use a list as a block. So let's just show it here. So we're going to create a block called home list, and we're going to copy and paste this code over here. So what's neat about this is notice I'm copying and pasting raw HTML into here. So blocks has no limits. You can dump anything you want there and it'll render to the page like so. And just so we have an example here, we'll just put a 0 in front of all these and hit save. And come back here and put our block in. Okay, so now we've added the block. We'll hit refresh, and see this became 0. So once again, I just kind of want to demonstrate that a block doesn't just need to be text. You can actually put raw HTML in here. So for example, if I wanted to put a bold tag in here, I could do that, and it would render the screen as you would expect. See, it became bold. So one last thing is web browsers are kind of sensitive to special characters. So if you're writing up things in, say, Microsoft Word and copying and pasting it into the web browser, be very careful. Word is very good at encoding things in different ways and using special characters that web browsers don't support. So if you were to copy and paste from another source into one of these text fields, expect there might be some screw-ups, and you'll just have to go back and change them. Um, and so make sure you review your work. So that's blocks. I hope that was useful. Thanks a lot.